Hey there, everybody. Well, the Jets lost to the Chargers on Sunday, 14-7 on Christmas Eve. It was a pretty unsightly game. Unfortunately, if you had to watch that, maybe you could have spent some time baking Christmas cookies instead. But anyway, but look, the Jets, all joking aside, were fairly competitive in this game, playing mostly with three backup offensive linemen, without Leonard Williams for a large portion of the game, and with a quarterback in Bryce Petty who very clearly doesn't have it. I mean, the guy does not give the Jets much of a chance to be competitive on offense, and that's a big-time mitigating factor when you can only score 7 points in a game, and no matter how well your defense plays, the Jets defense played quite well today. The Jets did not have a chance to win this game ultimately, despite the fact that they were competitive. You look at these past two games, the Saints game and this week against the Chargers, the Jets lost them both, and you have to wonder if Josh McCown was healthy enough to play in either of these games. Remember, he broke his hand the week before the Saints game in Denver. What would have happened in New Orleans and this week against the Chargers? Would the Jets be, as they are right now, 5-10? Or would they have won a couple straight games here near the end of the season to rally around Todd Bowles? And look, I mean, it's hard to imagine the Jets winning next week in the season finale on New Year's Eve in New England. So looking more and more likely like this team is going to finish 5-11 for the second straight year. And what does that mean for Todd Bowles? Has he done enough? Look, it's hard to argue against him. I mean, this Jets team has been competitive, and Bowles has sort of a mulligan/mitigating factor here late in the season that he has a quarterback in Petty who he has to start, who really is not ready at all. So that's the rub here for Bowles as the Jets go down the stretch here and sort of stumble down the stretch of his third season on the job, and they've lost 8 of 10 games since they won 3 straight to improve to 3-2. That doesn't look good, but remember, the brothers Johnson, Christopher and Woody, the Jets acting owner and non-acting owner, have said multiple times through the offseason this team will not be judged on wins and losses. So I think if you judge it as they said they would on the competitiveness or lack thereof of this team, the end result comes out to Todd Bowles should be retained. I mean, they have done a good enough job this season, the Jets have, under his watch, of remaining competitive against superior teams. The Jets don't have the talent, and they certainly don't have the talent right now at quarterback to compete with really anybody in the NFL, but yet here they were today again, competitive against the Chargers, leaning on their defense, the Jets were, and ultimately in the end, who knows what will happen, but Bowles has certainly done enough, not by a large margin, but has done enough to be retained for 2018.